And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. A former student of Howard University is taking the school's law school to court. The plaintiff, Michael Newman, is asking for $2 million in damages for his alleged pain, suffering, and emotional anguish. Newman, a white man, attended the law school from 2020 until he got expelled in 2022. He says he became a target for discrimination following his comments in a group chat with other students. After showing a picture of a slave's beaten and bruised back, he said, "But what did the slave do?" Newman says he repeatedly apologized. He also says he faced hostility on campus, with students calling him Mayo King and White Panther. In a statement, the school says the school is prepared to vigorously defend itself in this lawsuit as the claims provide a one-sided and self-serving narrative of the events leading to the end of the students' enrollment at the university. Let's talk about it with attorney Oliver Brown, who joins us here on The Factor Uncensored and a product of an HBCU. So first of all, when you take a look at this lawsuit and what the plaintiff has filed, do you think there's merit to it?
Well, I think it's pled very well, honestly, but as far as getting into the merits, until the university actually responds, I don't think that we're going to be able to really determine, you know, what is the validity of it. I was reading into the way that they slanted it, which all plaintiffs' lawyers will do. It sounded like he was just an innocent individual. However, I'm pretty sure there's going to be tons of students that file complaints based off of why he was kicked out of school, because he went through the disciplinary process that all universities have. So I believe that there's going to be things that come out in his discipline record where he may have been goading or harassing these people, trying to pretend as if he was getting to know African Americans, but really he was there just to kind of harass and be facetious. So
now, we also heard about him being identified by his real Twitter account.
Yes.
So do you think he had an account where individuals did not recognize who he was, and he used that anonymity to be what some would call racist?
Well, I think the post that he made mention of, he was saying it was a tongue-in-cheek where it had the picture of the slave, and he's saying, well, what did he do before they took this picture? And he was saying that it was about making analogous of how people talk about how when cops harm black people nowadays, people go, well, what happened before the camera? He very well could have meant that, and it could have been taken out of context, right? But I believe that there's other outside factors that were playing in here for the university to go to the point of issuing some type of discipline, and he losing at multiple levels at the university. So I don't think the full story's out on that. I'll like to say one thing. Putting $2 million out, just saying mental anguish, I can tell that that's not going to go anywhere. If he was making the argument that he went through 2 years and now he has to start back, and then he can do a calculation that he was a great student and that he would make $300,000 a year, now that puts him behind, maybe you would get to that, but not for mental anguish. No jury's going to give it to him. And then if this is filed in the D.C. area, we already know what his juror pool is going to look like, so he has an uphill battle.
Do you think this would have happened, and it's almost kind of apples and oranges, because if a black student said something like this, would he face the same type of punishment or sanctions or punishment?
I don't think that he was being punished for the old tweet. I believe it sounds that he was engaging in other conduct within their online atmosphere during the COVID pandemic. And so, again, I believe there's going to be other factors that come in. It's not just one tweet and he wrote an apology letter. That's how he's making it sound. I'm certain that a law school, before they go kick someone out of law school, they're going to give them due process, and they had substantial reason. So I would like to see what Howard's going to respond, but you're talking about a team of lawyers that work there, so they're not going to just trample over someone's rights. And I am concerned that he could have been a plant, that he was there purposely to cause a disruption so that he can get this going up to the Supreme Court on some reverse discrimination type grounds.
You never know. All